Hi, my name is Rusty Beck, and this is Identity, a vlog dedicated to exploring what it means to be human. This is the 9th post in a story that I am finding increasingly more difficult to tell, called The Long Shadow, about Reserve Officer Buzz Watson's investigation into the 30-year-old unsolved murders of his father and uncle and the long-term effects it's had on his life. Now, for weeks and weeks, we have been discussing partial fingerprints and whole fingerprints and how many ridges or points or whatever it takes to match a suspect or a witness. And I had a great video to show you this week about how a whole fingerprint was created from one of these partials and could very probably identify one of the two killers involved.
Potential witness, not killer.
Potential witness who could end up being a killer. Do you see how incredibly frustrating this is?
Do you see how incredibly thorough this is? How incredibly detailed officers of the court are required to be when investigating a crime as serious as murder? That's what they're seeing.
Okay, yeah, but what they're not seeing is the good news that I have, which is that our potential witness has not only been ID'd, but he's already in prison. And he's committed at least one other armed ATM robbery in the same general area.
It was 3 miles away, and no defense attorney is going to let you get away with calling that the same general area.
Okay, well, I am not a defense attorney, Buzz. I am a journalist. And I could say it was the same general area if I want to say it was the same general area. And I do. It was the same general area, and it wasn't a witness. It was one of the killers who was already serving life in prison, okay? Life. And I can't tell you his name.
No, because if your supposition is true, and he's not a witness, but the actual...
Not a supposition, by the way, and it's not a witness. It is one of the suspects.
If you're right, yes, he is one of the suspects. There are two.
Yeah, right.
And if you named the one we found, he might hear about it. And
then, wait, because the vlog is so popular in prison?
He could find out about it, or someone familiar with the crime or friendly with those who committed it could hear about it, and then...
To make a long story short, Buzz had a giant breakthrough in this case. And I had a video of it, which was fantastic, which I had to delete because even though we have a free press here in America, I was told that if I fully reported on what happened, I would lose any further access I had to the story.
But you can say that we've issued a removal order for the convict I identified, and we're going to question him about this double homicide and gain his cooperation.
But I don't understand how he's already serving a life term.
That's right. He's 25 years into this life term, and that's how I'm going to get his cooperation.
Okay. Well, hopefully next week I can tell you what all of that is worth after Reserve Officer Watson meets with one of the two men responsible for...
Possibly responsible
for the murders of his father and uncle. Until then, I'm Rusty Beck, and this is Identity.